Mm. Now I'm wondering about all those CO2 powered pumps I have and how I can put them to good use.
Yeah. There he goes. Hamish is coming back on there. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I need to call Maria Peterson and see if I can lure her onto the show. I don't think I had her at the MMA conference, but I haven't had her on Got Me Live yet.
Yeah, she was a great speaker.
Yeah, she was a great speaker. I really like, and her presentation was spot on. It really was.
I'm looking forward to next year.
Yeah, I am too. Well, you had a lot of great ideas, and you and I need to, when I get a second to sit down, we're gonna work up some plans so I can contact specifics and that. And by the way, I haven't heard back from Mary yet, or if I have, I haven't found my email on it yet, so I got to go back and run through the emails.
Oh, I can't wait to hear her on Mary. She's absolutely bright. I heard her speak before. She spoke at my club. I know her. She lives down in New York, and she was the past president of the New York City Homebrewers Guild. She's been an NHC speaker, and she has a book out, Speed Brewing, and it's all about very short meads and ciders, and she's just incredibly gifted when it comes to fermentation. And she makes like everything. I've been to her house and having like fermented cashew butter and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, yep. I'm looking forward to having her on the show. It's gonna be fun.
She has her own radio show on Heritage Radio, Ferment About It.
Oh yeah.
And they have people who come on, and we're talking about sauerkraut one week, and then Seder Cats the next week, and then somebody from a brewery who does wild ales, and a cidery the next week. I've been on the show twice, but she is a very, very knowledgeable one.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if she's got time to have her on like the week after 4th of July. So I've got a spot open then, and I'd love to get her on in this round.
Yeah, I think you're gonna love having her on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
And she's somebody who can answer a question like that.
Oh, okay. Now we'll ask her. We'll just keep asking people that question until we get answers.
She's very, very bright. So.
Yeah. Well, I think. Oh, we lost Hamish again. I think we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that that you came back on again, Bobby. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad everybody had a good time.
Yeah, we'll drag you back on next time I pull Sergio out of his cave, and we'll get the two of you, because you're doing a couple of different collabs with him, aren't you?
We talked about it. I'm supposed to go down to John Talkington's place. I'm supposed to brew down there sometime this summer.
Nice.
Then I'm going out to see Alex Gonzalez in California for Honey Pot.
Cool.
I'm going to do a collab with him. Tom Repas asked me when he opened if I would do something with him.
Fun.
So, and Sergio is always talking about something, but he has so many great ideas. And there's a guy who has like 100 recipes in his head.
Yeah.
Like, he could tell you what's going to be in his tanks next summer. And I'm like, I go and I see his board, and I don't, he's a very smart guy. And he has everything on his board, and he has a million ideas to do everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like sitting there watching him, and it's like, watching Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. And he's, except no Oompa Loompas, just his brother.
Yeah, and his brother doesn't look anything like an Oompa Loompa. I've seen pictures.
No, he does not.
He does not.
But, they're very nice. I get invited to the house all the time, and, it's a bit, 2 hours is a bit far, but I was down there for, was it Memorial Day? Memorial Day, and, they're great people. You make friends with them, they're friends for life. They're really, they're very old world.
Yeah.
And they're great guys. And to look at Sergio, and, he has all of his recipes up on the board, or, what's going to be in a tank, and here's the timeline for this and the timeline for that. And, I always feel impressed when I go down to see him. And, besides, I get to taste all the stuff. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And, he does a lot of stuff. And every time I go there, I'm impressed.
Well, I've been really impressed with the meads of his that I've had the opportunity to try, and and it seems like every new one I try is just really high quality stuff.
No, I really think he's going to leave a mark on the craft,
Yeah,
on the industry, really.
yeah. I think
he's moving to his new location. He's going to step up again in production. I think he just got into Michigan.
Yeah,
Cool.
I saw that.
So he's really taking big steps forward.
Thank you for coming on, Bob.
What,
No problem.
Was she kicking him off or something?
No. I wanted to say I've started work on my wife to allow me to come to the Cup next year via New York, and I would love to jump in on one of those group brews, joint brews that you were talking about, and see if we can't knock up something pretty cool at your place.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Sky's the limit.
Cool. I'll have to.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
I'll have to time it so I can drive up there or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, you live so far away.
750 miles is not exactly an afternoon drive. It's like an entire day thing. So.
In Australia, it is.
Well, yeah, okay. In Australia, that's going to the store, but yeah, that's different.
Right. Yeah, bring a cooler. I got to bring home milk.
Yeah. Yeah, honey, would you pop up to Sydney and pick up a couple of packages of hot dogs? Yeah, thanks so much.
We actually drove to Sydney to pick up an air conditioner that we bought on eBay and drove home again afterwards.
Nice.
Yeah, I generally...
I'm not shitting you, and that's like 700 miles.
Yeah, I generally, when I drive 700 miles to, or when I drive up to New York City, I generally plan to stay overnight, so...
Yeah, no, we didn't stay.
Well, just stop by John's on the way up and grab a couple bottles.
Oh, I will, totally.
All
I gotta go right past John's, more or less, so yeah, I would totally, if I gotta go through Delaware, I might as well, right?
Oh, I was down at his house with Carvin, and the three of us had a great afternoon. And he took out this maple wine. Was it walnut leaf wine or maple leaf wine? I think it was walnut leaf wine. It was so friggin' good. It was out of this world. And he said the TTB approved his recipe.
Ooh.
I can't wait.
Yeah, he's going commercial with that one? That's a good one. I've got 2 bottles of his meads that I brought with me of the 4 he gifted me with when I was up there. And I'm going to pull them out and share them as I go around the country and let other people taste his stuff. But I mean, every mead of his I tasted was like, holy crap! It was so good.
Yeah, and he brews different. And all the meads that I had, like 50% of them were both buckwheat honey, which I was surprised.
Yeah, he likes buckwheat, but he likes the big meads, but it works for him. He's doing it very well.
Yes, he certainly is. He certainly is.
Yeah, so I can't wait till he gets open. I've been watching the pictures he's posting, and the place is looking really awesome too.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat the way he put up the ship down there.
Wasn't that cool?
Put the bar into like a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
I was in there
when he opens.
I was in there when it was all sketches on the wall, and the bar was just starting to be put together, and he's like, so imagine, if you will, it's going to be blah blah blah, and I'm going, oh, it's going to be so cool. Pretty much they'd only painted the walls when I got there. It was as far as they'd gotten. Yeah,
I spoke to him the other day. He's waiting for the parking lot, and I think he's good to go.
Yeah, that's it. And he's chafing over that because the parking lot guys won't show up, and he's like, just do it. Oh my God, yeah. So he's kind of frustrated over those guys, but
yeah, I don't blame him.
Nah, I don't either.
I don't blame him. So I'm probably going to take a trip down there when he opens. That'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I got to pay attention, and I have a feeling he's going to open before I get back on the East Coast, though. So I may have to go up after.
Yeah, I think he's hoping to get in next week. I think he'll finish everything up. He's hoping to open.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll still be heading west at that point. Well, you'll have to stand in for me, Bobby. Drink a glass for me, and then I'll just have to catch up when I get there.
Okay, perfect. I think we're going to try to get Carver to come back out, too.
That shouldn't be too
That's always
difficult, knowing Carvin. As soon as he gets done on,
No.
he's out in California right now in the 106-degree temperatures.
Wow.
Yeah, 106
Yeah, he went
at
from
Davis.
NHC to UC Davis.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
fine.
of people did. They just left Minneapolis and went straight to California.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I think we ought to get
So-
Carvin to just rent a jet and just take us all with him, I think that would work, don't you? I'll have to talk to him about that. I mean,
Yeah,
he rents
I'm
a
in.
big old suite. Why don't we just see if he'll rent a jet and we'll just all get a ride?
That was
The mead,
that was
the mead
absolutely
jet.
The
so
mead
generous
jet,
of him
yeah.
to do that.
I'll bet he would, too.
I bet she's listening right now going, oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I know. If he's listening, he'd be like, I totally would. Yeah, and he's not, though. He's in class right now, so. But, yeah, we're going to
He's
have
probably
to.
out of class now. It's 8 o'clock at night. They're probably hoisting a glass.
No, yeah, that's true. But he's probably not listening to the show. They're down to the bar about now. There's a really
Probably.
in Davis, there's a really good pub that has 50 or 75 different craft beers and a whole bunch of ciders and a fairly good selection of mead. And that we were there every night when I was out there, when I went out for a UC Davis class.
I can definitely see the guys all going there.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
girls.
Oh, yeah. We were all there every night. We'd have dinner and then we'd go straight there. That was,
So, are we wrapping this up? Or
We are, yeah. We're going to go
is
ahead
anything
and...
else?
No, I think we're good, and it's been awesome having you on
Yeah.
again.
I think it's been
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, anytime.
Well, we'll get
All
you
right.
back, especially if we get Sergio back on here, especially now he's moving and everything, then we'll drag you back on with him. That should be amusing. We'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love going to visit his place. He has a Portuguese barbecue place right down the block.
Oh,
And he'll
no,
tell you
he does.
Portuguese food, 2 starches, French fries and rice. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand it, but that's what we.
Can't have too much starch. Never enough starch.
Yeah, really.
So. All right, guys. Good night.
All right,
I'm
take
gonna-
care,
I'm gonna-
Bobby. We'll talk to you
Good
soon.
night,
Have a
Bob.
good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Good to talk to you again.
Anytime.
All right.
So we're gonna have to keep asking Dave's question until I'll have to ask somebody and put it.
Yeah, until we get more than speculation.
Well, yeah.
Is it going to become the new blended yeast question?
I don't
Yep.
know. It
I
might.
think
It
so.
might become the new blended yeast question. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Except
I think I'd no.
Man, you'll have to.
I'd seen a
memorize
white
it.
paper. Yeah. There was a white paper about continuous fermentation somewhere in Africa. Somebody was
Yep.
doing it. or
No,
something.
that's
Yeah,
that's,
I read.
Garth Cambray. He did his PhD on it, and the technology's licensed in the States by Mead Works.
We interviewed them. Yeah,
Mhm,
we
we did.
interviewed them about that.
We did.
Right,
I've been
yeah.
trying
And
to
I
get
was
a
all
hold of
over it because I've studied that.
Yeah, and well, I've actually got
If
his
anybody
PhD.
knows.
I've got his PhD paper, and I've emailed him, but he's so busy with. I mean, the guy is doing all kinds of crap down there. He's heavily into doing a lot of economic revitalization, and he's got a honey farm, so he employs half the people in the area, so he stays pretty busy. And I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Plus the fact that I don't know what time it is in South Africa. I have to look at a clock and say I think it's really ridiculous stupid hour from when we do the show. So if we did something like that, we might have to pre-record.
Right.
Yeah. So, because I certainly want to ask anybody, can you come on the radio at 3 o'clock in the morning your time? That's kind of
Yeah.
mean.
As much as
He's-
Doug will do it.
He's in South Africa right now.
He lives in South Africa. Garth Cambray is from South Africa. He lives outside. I hate when the words go away. Big town, South Africa. Joburg, Johannesburg.
Jayberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johannesburg.
Joburg,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He lives
it's
outside.
fine.
He's north of Joburg, and he runs this big honey farm. Plus, he's got his meadery, Makana Meaderies down there. He was the first guy to do a commercial capsicum mill. Long time ago.
Yeah, he would have to. It would be 3 o'clock in the morning at 9 p.m. Mark.
Yeah.